Hey, welcome to week number 5 of the Angel Wings Personal Transformation online program. This is our trial run, week number 5. We are continuing from last time, but before we do so, I just want to make sure that you have read over the disclaimer statement, which you probably already have done, and we have that signed already. And remember that each week you will need an envelope, you'll need some writing materials, a blank card per week. And then you may also want to keep some colored pens or pencils. I'll talk more about that a little bit later on as we move along. Okay, so we're going to do our grounding meditation exercise, and then we'll continue from there.
Sometimes, the mind can feel like a pack of wild horses, jumping around from past to present to future, refusing to sit still. And like a pack of wild horses, trying to force the mind to be still just doesn't work. The horses are wild in nature after all. But with practice and time, we can train the mind to be aware of when it's galloping in all directions. And we can guide it back to the present moment with a kind and friendly hand. So let's see if we can practice taming the mind by taking a few mindful, deep breaths. Wherever you are now, get comfortable. Eyes can be open or closed, and perhaps relaxing the shoulders. And now, taking a deep breath, breathing in through the nose, and breathing out through the mouth. Noticing what thought or sensation the mind is chasing after. And again, just gently taking another deep breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One last time, breathing in and breathing out. Similar to the wild horses, over time, the mind can become more tame, more calm, and may even start to enjoy more moments of stillness. Remember to just keep practicing.
Okay, welcome to week number 5. I just want to do a quick review from last time. The card you should have had was Quantum Transformation Principle number 4 on empathy and compassion, I believe. And this is just a quick review that empathy, compassion has many components. Has to do with understanding feelings, non-judgmental support, kindness and caring, emotional intelligence, strengthening relationships, etc. So this is just a quick reminder from last time. The homework assignment last time was for you to write this down, to write down one of these statements, or maybe it was another one that I had given you, and then to just read that once a day before a meal. So if you have done that, that's great. If you didn't do it for some reason, or you didn't do it as regularly, you can do it this week. No problem. Try to stay on track with what has been recommended here. And then there was this other homework about completing these fill in the blanks, right? So we have that every week generally. We'll do something a little bit different today, but last time we had these fill in the blanks for each of these statements, and we went through some of those last time. So if you didn't get a chance to do it, please finish that. Please stay on top of these regular assignments or their exercises. Okay. Now, if you remember, the central concept has been broken down into 7 parts. And today we're going to go through number 5. That is, revitalized energy permeates every aspect of life, including the 12 dimensions. You should be familiar now with the 12 dimensions, at least some introductory understanding of that. Ask yourself if you agree with this or not. So what I'd like you to do, put today's date in workbook number 1. Just flip to the next page from where you were, and write down this yellow statement. You know, the statement in yellow: revitalized energy permeates every aspect of life, including the 12 dimensions. And after you write that down, just kind of underneath that, you can write one of these statements, whether you agree, you disagree, partially agree, you're not sure, you don't understand it. After you're done with that, just let me know. Right? So revitalized energy permeates every aspect of life, including the 12 dimensions. Very good. And if you're done, just let me know. Okay, very good. All right, so now the fact that you've written that down, I'm just going to go through these. I'm just going to read these off quickly just for you to listen to this, and then we have an interesting exercise to do today, a little bit different than last time. First of all, revitalized energy means what? We have energy, all kinds of energy we have. We want to revitalize it. And once we revitalize, meaning re-energize ourselves. So when we do that, it impacts every area. So revitalized energy is like a breath of fresh air, awakening the dormant potential within us and inspiring us to pursue our dreams with renewed vigor. I think that's understandable, right? If we have good energy awakening and it's the dormant potential awakens within us. So what we want to do today, we're going to take this first statement on revitalized energy, and we're going to do a little exercise. But before we do that, I just want you to be clear, what is dormant energy? Let's be clear together. Revitalized energy is like a fresh breath here, as we just said. What is dormant potential? So awakening dormant potential. So what you can do right now in your notebook, what I'd like you to do is write this question down in yellow. What is dormant potential? Just take a moment to write that down. Just continue from where you were last time in workbook 1. And you have two options. One actually is to write a quick sentence if you want. You don't have to do that now, but you can do that as a homework assignment. And then we have a picture drawing exercise about this in just a moment. So I want you to write that question down. What is dormant potential? And if something really comes to your mind, you want to write some sentence about that or some answer to that, you can. It's fine. If you don't, it's all right. We're going to do a little exercise here about this. So let's go step by step. We're going to draw a diagram. So I'd like you to, in your workbook, just open up to the next blank page. Or maybe if you have like half a page blank, that might be okay also. But probably a full blank page would be good. So start with this large circle in the center of the diagram representing the individual. That's you. Label this circle as you. So make a nice large circle in the middle of the page. Okay. Let me see if I can quickly do this here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're at point number 1 here. So draw that nice large circle and label this circle you. That's you. And you can put your name in there if you want. Now, draw a wavy line originating from outside the circle, moving inward towards the circle, representing the flow of revitalized energy. Label this arrow revitalized energies. Take a moment and do that. You can see my pointer there, that red dot on the screen. That's where we are right now, that in case you lose the track of where we are. Okay, so after you're done with that, inside the U circle, draw a small circle or section representing dormant potential. You can use dashed lines or a lighted color to emphasize its dormant state. So starting next time, and I'll put this when we do the actual sessions, but we want to have some colored pens or some colored markers and highlighters also available. If you have that with you now, you can do that. That'll be good. If you don't, it's all right. You can do it without that too. So inside the U circle, draw a small circle or section representing dormant potential. Just write that in there, dormant potential. You can use dashed lines or lighted color to emphasize its dormant state. Okay. So take your time with this. Very good, very good. Next thing to do, draw another arrow from the revitalized energy arrow to the dormant potential section, indicating the activation of this potential by the revitalized energy, right? So draw another arrow from the revitalized energy arrow to the dormant potential section, indicating the activation of this potential, which is within all of us, by this revitalized energy. Okay, now, the next point. If you're ready, we can move on. That is, change the appearance of the dormant potential section to look more vibrant, representing its awakening due to revitalized energy. Label it awakened potential. You can change its appearance somehow. If you have highlighters, you could do that, or you could do it with some ziggy lines, or however you want to do that. Something that represents, that's awakened potential, right? So change the appearance of the dormant potential section to look more vibrant, representing its awakening due to revitalized energy. Label it awakened potential. All right, very good. If you've done that, the next step is draw multiple arrows originating from the awakened potential section and extending outwards from the U circle. Label these arrows inspired actions. So draw multiple arrows originating from the awakened potential section and extending outwards from the U circle, labeling these arrows inspired actions. You can make a couple of arrows like that, 3 or 4, whatever number you want. Okay. Take your time with it. Don't rush. Do it the way you want. Make sure your handwriting is clear so you can read it later on. Okay. Next step. Along the inspired actions arrows, add keywords or phrases representing various dreams and aspirations, such as career success, healthy relationships, personal growth, creative endeavors, whatever you want to write, you can write. So along the inspired actions arrows, add keywords or phrases. And this is why it's good to have some colored pens. And I'll put that in our preparation slides later on. Right? Add keywords or phrases representing various dreams you have. These are your dreams, aspirations. Okay. And put some keywords in there. If you can't think of something right away, leave it blank for now. Maybe make a blank line and go back to it later on if you want to do it that way. Now, this diagram visually represents the concept of revitalized energy as a breath of fresh air that awakens dormant potential and inspires individuals to pursue their dreams with renewed enthusiasm. So it's a visual diagram. What I'd like you to do now, I'd like you to take a look at this diagram. Take a couple of, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to do this, all right? I want you to really see this. And as you're seeing this, different pieces of this, some thoughts will come, some ideas will come, some feelings might come, some inspirations might come. If anything pops up that is significant, write it down. Make a quick sentence, make a couple of bullet points as you're seeing the diagram. I want you to really see the diagram carefully. Visualize it. Take a look at it. Every piece of it. Very good. I'll give you some time to make some quick points if you'd like. And you can do this later on as a homework assignment also. So if you can't do it right now, or if you don't, you're not inspired right now, you can do it as a homework assignment. But I want you to try it right now. What is revitalized energy for you? What is the you, the dormant potential, awakened potential? Okay. Remember, this exercise is trying to show us diagrammatically, through a diagram, the sentence on top, which is in white. That sentence on top, just as a quick reminder, is what? Revitalized energy, which is our energy, is like a breath of fresh air, awakening the dormant potential within us and inspiring us to pursue our dreams with renewed vigor. Right? This is the basic idea. All right, very good. Now, if you're done with this, we are going to, 1 second here. Hold on 1 second here. Let's go to, yeah. All right, very good. Very good. Now we'll go to this point number 2. We're only going to cover these 2 points today, okay? Because we won't have time to go through all of them, but that's fine. Now, again, remember, revitalized energy permeates every aspect of life, including to all dimensions. Second point here is when we tap into our revitalized energy, we unlock hidden reservoir. We unlock a hidden reservoir of power. That's that core energy. We unlock it. We open it up, capable of transforming our lives and elevating our spirits to new heights. Now, to understand this further, let's see, where did I go? To understand this further, what I'd like you to do in your workbook number 1, write on the next page, or from where you were last time, after the diagram, write down this question. What is it? What is the reservoir of power? What is that? What is a reservoir of power? Put that question there. Just leave that question there. Okay, and then as a homework assignment, you may want to write something about that. Maybe look something up for that for yourself, and then make a couple of sentences later on. If you want to write something now, that's fine also. Now, we're going to do another drawing exercise on this. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, open up a blank page. Okay, so draw a large padlock in the center of the diagram, symbolizing the hidden reservoir power. Label it hidden power. This is point number 1, and I'm going to put a pointer here for you so you can see where we are. So draw a large padlock in the center of the diagram, symbolizing the hidden reservoir of power. And label it hidden power. Okay. Very good. Now, second step, create a key above the padlock representing the revitalized energy. Label the key revitalized energy. So make a picture of a key above the padlock and label it revitalized energy. Very good. Now, draw an arrow from the key to the padlock, indicating the action of unlocking the hidden power by tapping into revitalized energy. Draw a nice arrow from the key to the padlock. Very easy. Now, as you're drawing this, visualize this is happening at the same time. This great power is awakening from within you. Once the padlock is unlocked, draw an upward burst of light or energy rays emitting from the padlock, symbolizing the release of hidden power. Again, this is where different colors would be really useful. But if you don't have it right now, it's okay. All right, so once the padlock is unlocked, draw an upward burst of light or energy rays emitting from the padlock, symbolizing the release of hidden power. Lots of energy we have. We want to release it. Okay. Very good. Okay. All right, so the next step, along the energy rays, add keywords or phrases representing various aspects of life transformed in elevated spirits. You can add whatever you want, such as personal growth, happiness, success, creativity, confidence, resilience, whatever. These are some good words here. You can use those if you want. That makes sense to you. So these are keywords that represent the elevated spirit, elevation of energy, life transformation, energy rays. It's all energy that is opening from inside. We have lots of stored energy. Most of it is not even opened up. Very good. Take your time with this. And you can write some phrases there, so as along the energy rays, remember those energy rays you've created? Add keywords. You can make the picture the way you want. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. You can modify it a bit if you want to make it more creative if you want. That's fine. All right. Optionally, include a short description below the diagram. So tapping into revitalized energy unlocks a hidden reservoir of power. That's our main statement, capable of transforming our lives and elevating our spirits. If you want to write a short description of the diagram for you, this is your description. What do you think this means for you? You can write a couple of sentences if you want. You can do that as a homework assignment if you want. If you don't want to do it now, just make that as a homework assignment, put in parentheses homework, and do it during this week sometime. Beautiful. Nice and easy, nice and simple. All right, so what I'd like you to do after you've made this diagram, again, I want you to really look at this. Take a couple of moments, take a couple of minutes here and really see the padlock, the key, the bursts of light, the rays of energy. Take a look at it. Notice how this is in your life. Where is it in your life? What is that key in your life? It's hidden power, right? The padlock is hidden power. It's a lot of potential. We have not even tapped few percentages of that. So we want to really open that in our lives carefully. Right now, this is just the first step to understand this. Very good. All right, wonderful. All right, so what we'll do now, we'll take a quick stretch break, as we usually do, and then...
I'm so glad you're joining us for a quick movement break. You should aim to integrate movement into your workday at least every 30 minutes of uninterrupted sitting time. Doing so can reduce your risk of weight gain, high blood pressure, and obesity. Let's get started. Begin by standing. Root both feet into the ground. Take a great big inhale and reach both hands high above your head. On your exhale, goalpost the arms and lift the chest, finding a baby back bend. Back bends can quickly boost your energy levels and help to refocus your mind when dealing with stress. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift the chest and goalpost the arms. Place your hands down by your side. Now bring your right knee up to your chest. Try to balance here as long as you can. Feel the stretch in the back of your leg and lower back. Now slowly bring your foot back behind you and pull it towards your glutes, stretching through the front of your hips. You may want to hold on to something in order to help keep your balance. Let's switch to the other side. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Try to balance here as long as you can. Feel the stretch in the back of your leg and lower back. Now slowly bring your foot back behind you, pull it towards your glutes, stretching through the front of your hips. Bring both feet back together. Next, bend your arms by your side and begin to twist right and left, opening up into your sides and spine. You can leave your arms bent or straighten them out depending on the space you have available. Twisting the spine back and forth can help relieve any tension in the lower back from sitting. Lastly, place your feet about hips distance. Then place your hands onto your hips. Take an inhale and lift the chest up, and exhale, slowly beginning to lower the chest down. As you begin to fold forward, bend the knees to begin lengthening through the hamstrings until your chest touches the tops of your thighs. You can dangle your arms down towards the floor or grab onto your elbows. Stay here to continue lengthening through the spine, or you can sway side to side. Bring the hands back to your hips, and on your next inhale, slowly begin to rise up. Head comes up last. Great work on integrating this quick physical activity break into your busy day. Setting a reminder on your phone.
Okay, very good. So just sit down comfortably again. Now we're going to go into workbook number 2. And if you remember from last time, the 12 dimensions, as you're aware of that, and there was a small exercise that I'd asked you to do, that was to rate yourself each week, after the session, where you are in each of those areas. I did send an Excel spreadsheet so you can easily track it. Just have to put the numbers in that spreadsheet. It'll total everything for you automatically. And if you have done that, and that is fantastic, please remember that the maximum score is 120. Our goal is to get to 84 more. So if you use the Excel spreadsheet as the easiest way to do this, you can easily put numbers in there, and that way you'll know exactly where you are along this. So this is just from last time. And if you remember, this is the same thing we're going to do every week, and that is to determine how to increase each of these numbers. So we're going to give lots of guidance in Angel Wing of how to do that. But from your point of view, whatever number you have now, you can do this as a homework assignment. You should probably do it like within the next 24 hours after today's session. Is what do you want to do this coming week to increase that number a little bit further? We went through a series of different suggestions last time, and you can review those again if you want to, and we'll be sending more material about that as we move along. We want to keep it very simple and straightforward. We don't want to make it too complicated, right? So try to identify what you want to do this week to make these numbers increase a little bit more from where we were. We don't want them to decrease. And if they decrease, if they're decreasing or remaining stagnant, let us know about that, and then we can give some further guidance on that point. Okay, so this is how the tracking is done in the 12 dimensions. You give a scale of rating from 0 to 10. And this is our week number 5. So you may have given, let's say for career, you may have given a 7 or 8 or 6 or whatever. What are you doing to increase that further? And that's true for all 12 of these, right? Now, we had given suggestions on this last time. We did an exercise last time. And this is just another way. This is a tracking sheet that is in Excel. So you can access that. I've sent that to you already. Very easy to do. And then, of course, last time we went through some of these general guidelines to increase the numbers. Today, we're just going to do a little exercise regarding career. And if you remember from last time, there were 3 suggestions here: to attend workshops and seek feedback from colleagues and stuff like that, pursue certifications, etc. So today, we're going to do another drawing exercise. And this is where, for the upcoming sessions, please try to have some colored pencils or colored pens, some highlighters, or even a ruler that might be useful. So you try to have those materials. I'll send out that information in the next email. Okay, so what we want to do now, actually you can do this in workbook number 2, because this is part of the 12 dimensions. So what I'd like you to do on a blank page, the next blank page, I want you to draw a large tree in the middle of your paper. This tree represents you and your career as it stands today. Okay, so label the trunk as current skills and experience. So you can make a nice big tree. Draw it the way you want. Trees are easy to draw. So draw a large tree in the middle of your paper. What does this tree represent? It represents your career, right? And the way it is right now. So label the trunk as current skills and experience, and you can underline that if you'd like. And if you have like highlighters, you can highlight that. You can use a different colored pen if you'd like. However you want to do it, it's perfectly up to you. And this is step 1. All right, so current skills and experience. Okay, very good. Now, what you can do as a homework assignment, and if you want to, and that is to make a little list, for that. What is my current skill? What are my experiences? What are some things that I want to write down for that? If you want to, you don't have to, but you can. That may be helpful as we move along. Now, step number 2 is this. Step number 2, below the surface, draw roots spreading out from the tree. Each root represents foundational skills and knowledge you've gained that have brought you to your current role. So everyone has certain knowledge and skills. So make some roots and label each root with a specific skill or experience. Like if you're a doctor, you have certifications, you have degrees, you have special training, whatever, some general points you can write down. If you are a student, you can write down whatever skills or knowledge that you have been studying in your school, whatever it is. So label each root with a specific skill or experience. And you can start this now, and then you can finish this up as a homework assignment later on. So make sure you make some nice roots underneath that tree and make a little line or something, and then maybe make some, draw some dirt somehow. You can make it, some people are really artistic, they can make some really cool diagrams. All right, so below the surface, draw roots spreading out from the tree. Each root represents the foundation skills and knowledge you've gained that have brought you to the current role, where you are right now, where I am right now. Hold on 1 second, please. Yes, yes, yes. You just put it anywhere you answer. You're not keep it. Oh, that's good. Thank you. You okay? Great to see you. Sorry. Hold on 1 second, Chid. Let me hit pause. I have to move my car. They're doing something with the pavement thing. Just a moment here. Give me just 5 minutes, all right? Hold on. Be right back. Oh. Okay, let's continue from where we were. So if you've drawn this tree, make sure you've labeled the roots, label each root with a specific experience. This is step 2. And we're going to go to step 3 now. Step 3, draw the branches of the tree. The branches of your tree represent different potential directions for growth and development. Okay, so sketch out several branches and label each one with a skill, role, or area you're interested in exploring or developing further. Okay, so this is actually with regards to your dimension number 1. Okay, so I mean, you can put other things in there if you want, but we want to do this for each dimension, but we're doing only the first one right now. So if you remember, dimension number 1 is what? It is career. So that's what this is about. Okay, so this is just a quick reminder. So with regards to career, your skills, roles, areas you're interested in exploring or developing further. These might be based on your current role or a completely new area of interest. So remember, you can do this as a homework exercise also, but you can get started with it right now, and then you can finish it up later on. So sketch out several branches and label each one with a skill, role, or area you're interested in exploring or developing further. We'll make a nice picture. So as a homework assignment, you can put some nice colors in there and really do a great job with it. You know, this is your tree. This is your life. So you're going to draw the branches right now. Just as branches of a tree, they grow in different directions and they make the tree expand. Similarly, dimension 1 can expand by exploring, by increasing skills and increasing your interest. The specifics of this will go into further, but just right now we want to be clear that there is expansion, potential expansion here. Very good. This is step 3. Now, step 4. Draw leaves on the branches. Each leaf represents a specific opportunity or action step. Now, you may not be able to think of it all right now, but you know, you can do that as a homework assignment. So each leaf represents a specific opportunity or action step you can take to grow towards a new skill or role represented by the branch. So the branch might be, that's, you have a particular new skill in the branch. You know, let's say like learning a particular computer program, or this, for example, some computer work. But then what specific action step are you going to take for that? So that's what the leaf is. So make some leaves there. So these could be taking a course, finding a mentor, reading a book, or any other concrete step you could take. Right. So again, this can all be done as a homework assignment, but just start it off right now. And if you want to make a little notation, you know, that for step 4, you can make a notation, what's in the yellow, specific opportunities or action steps. You can do that if you want to. So those highlighted pieces in yellow are really the key point about what you want to do. Right, so you want to be very active in this. It's a nice diagrammatic way of seeing yourself, seeing the growth of your career further from where it is right now. There's always growth ahead. There's always the possibility of growth. And that's good for us. That makes life worth living. So this is step 4. We have step 5 is next. So add colors to your tree. Meaning what? Now add colors to your tree. The trunk and roots should be colored with a solid, darker color, representing the established foundation. The branches should be colored with the lighter colors, representing potential for growth. The leaves can be green or any other bright color to symbolize opportunities for growth. So you can put some nice colors on there. And as a homework assignment, you can put lots of specifics in there. And you can even take this exercise, put it on a poster board if you want, or like a bigger, 8x10 paper, or so like a bigger construction paper. You can do it in a lot of different ways. You can make some really cool diagrams out of this. So it'll be a lot of fun. When we start doing this in groups, we can have a lot of fun with this, right? You can make beautiful diagrams. Remember, so just a quick review here. Step 5, you're adding colors to your tree. The trunk and the roots should have it should be darker with a solid, darker color, representing foundation. The branches should be colored with a lighter color, representing the potential for growth. The leaves can be green or any other bright color to symbolize opportunities for growth. Green is good because that represents money also. The leaves are green. And then if it's really ripened, like in this picture that I have here, you got a nice golden color there, like a yellowish or golden color. that could represent, like, really high level wealth. So it's up to you, however you want to do that. And this is just, you're not going to show this to anybody necessarily. This is just you right now. In the future, if we do some groups and all that, we can do some sharing if we want to. Now there's step number 6. So once you've completed your tree, take some time to reflect on what you've drawn. So let's look at that right now. What stands out for you? What areas are you most excited about? So take some time right now and just take a look at that. When you look at this tree, what stands out for you? It jumps out at you like, oh, I need to take these steps, or my foundation is really strong, whatever it is. Whatever it is. What areas are you most excited about? What concrete steps can you take towards these new opportunities? Again, this is all homework exercise. You can do this later on. Right? So all these diagrams you've made right from the beginning today, you can finish them all as a nice homework assignment and do really nice pictures with that. And then make sure you also write some good statements as per your situation in life. This exercise is good. It's a good way to visualize your career path, recognize your strengths, and identify areas where you might want to focus on development. Revisit this drawing regularly and update it as your skills, interests, and opportunities change. So this is another way of increasing that number you've given yourself. On a scale of 0 to 10, you've given a number. Now we're looking at it diagrammatically as a picture. So that's another way for you to see, oh, where are you? Maybe you get some assistance, what's needed to move ahead. That's the whole point, right? So this is step number 6. All right, very good. And we have another 10, 15 minutes left here. I want to go over quantum transformation number 5. So this is quantum transformation principle number 5. So go back to workbook number 1, put today's date and put this on there, and then also get your 3x5 card out. And the principle for this week is integration. So please write down quantum transformation principle number 5 on the card on the top, and then put integration. And if you're using different colors, you can use different colors. That's really very good. On the 3x card, you place that in front of you. And here is, what is integration? Integration refers to the process of combining different aspects of oneself, such as thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, into a coherent and harmonious whole. Integration is a key component of psychological well-being and is essential for achieving a balanced and fulfilling life. So I want you to write this down. This sentence, please write this down on the 3x5 card. And this is the card that you will look at, read this sentence before a meal. Just read it one time, not even twice, just one time before each meal for this week. If you can do that, that would be fantastic. What is integration? Integration refers to the process of combining different aspects of oneself, such as thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, into a coherent and harmonious whole. Integration is a key component of psychological well-being and is essential for achieving a balanced and fulfilling life. Nice and easy. Take your time with it. And as you're writing this down, if you want to write some words in some different colors and things like that, or highlight or underline, you can please feel free to do so. Because this is about each person in the personal transformation program really internalizing, bringing these ideas inside, actually inside. Very good. Take your time with this. And you're going to keep that card with you throughout this week. And wherever you have your meals, you might just want to keep it there. That'll be an easy way to remember. And in the future, Angelwin will provide some other ways for you to remember this. We'll be sending text messages and other things like that. So. The key here in integration is the coherent and harmonious whole idea. This is our goal. When a person has integration, it's a harmony within. All right, so now we're going to do another drawing exercise in the next couple of minutes. So on a 3x5 card, you've already written down, that main statement. And what you may want to do is, what you can do on that 3x5 card, actually, no, you don't need to do that. In your workbook 1, okay, so we're going to do a little exercise here. So it's on point number 1. Integration helps us to combine our thoughts, feelings, and actions to create a balanced life, right? So we're going to draw a little diagram, open up workbook 1, and start with a large circle in the center of the diagram labeled balanced life. So let's do it right now. You can use a colored pen if you want or whatever. So this is now about integration, and you can label that. You can just put integration on top of that and label that on top. That way you know what you're drawing there. This is quantum transformation principle number 5, integration, QTP number 5. To start with a large circle in the center of the diagram labeled balanced life. Okay. Now, the second step, draw 3 small circles surrounding the balanced life circle, connecting each of them with lines to the central circle. Label these smaller circles thoughts, feelings, and actions. This is step number 2. Right here. So we can draw 3 smaller circles surrounding the balanced life circle, connecting each of them with lines to the central circle. Label these smaller circles thoughts, feelings, actions. Okay, now inside the thoughts circle, include keywords or phrases such as cognitive processing, decision-making, and reflection. You can select one of those if you want. In the thoughts circle, you can write their cognitive processing. Okay, 1 second. You have to unmute, Chetna. You want to say something?
I have some FedEx registered, so I have to go out for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Mhm. So, yeah.
Okay, ready? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Where did that go? Just a second here. Second from current slide. Okay, right. So draw 3 small circles surrounding the balanced life circle, connecting each of them with lines to the central circle. Label these smaller circles thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay, so inside the thoughts circle, include keywords or phrases such as cognitive processing, decision-making, or reflection. Cognitive processing means that you're just processing what's within your mental framework, within your mind. Decision-making, what that means, and reflection, you're able to reflect, whatever words you want to put there about thoughts. Inside the thoughts circle include keywords or phrases. Decision-making is a good one, which we all have to make throughout our life. Inside the feelings circle include keywords or phrases like emotional regulation, awareness, and expression. Maybe select one of those or something else if you want, that's fine too. A keyword that has to do with feelings. And inside the action circle, include keywords or phrases like behavioral patterns, adaptability, and goal achievement. Okay, so optionally, you can add arrows pointing to thoughts, feelings, and action circles towards the central balanced life circle to emphasize the importance of integration. You can do that also. All right, so take a look at this diagram after you're done with it. Yeah. And again, this diagram is about the principle of integration. Okay. 1 second here. For some reason, I don't know why that's just okay. And this is another exercise, but we'll do this exercise, I think, next time. I think this is fine for now. What I'd like you to do at this point is I want you to take a look at this diagram that you just created regarding integration and really look at that. Look at that, and underneath that diagram, write 1 or 2 sentences about what you think this means for you. You know, about balanced life and the connection with thoughts, feelings, and actions. Maybe you can put a sentence like how balanced you think it is, how balanced you think your thoughts and feelings are. Anything that comes to your mind, don't think about it too much. Something that comes to your mind by seeing that diagram, write a couple of sentences right now. Doesn't have to be anything complicated. And you can make this diagram much more elaborate as a homework exercise. Very good. Anything that comes to your mind, just write it down. Okay. Very good. Okay, very good, very good. Wonderful. We could do another exercise, but I think that'll be enough for now, because there's lots of diagrams already done. So remember the central concept of personal transformation. You already have this written down. Hopefully you're reading this at least once a day. Before you know it, you'll have this memorized. You know, if you just read it every day 1 time, it will sink right inside your mind. You know, and this is the foundation for our entire 7-year plus program. This 1 paragraph. All right, so you have that with you. Part of your homework assignment is to read that once a day. Now, you've been putting money into your envelope. Hopefully you have the envelope with you. Put some money into their $10 bill, $20 bill, whatever it is, a check. So please do that now. That's the vitamin M concept. Please remember to bring this envelope with you every time. Please don't spend that money anywhere. This is your money that you're keeping with you. And this is week number 5. Please do put a check in there or put cash in there. But please do not spend that money. And we'll be talking much more about this. What is the power of this as we move along? Very easy, very simple. And do one thing very quickly. This is week number 5. Take a look at how much money is in there right now. Just total it up. And you'll notice that regularly putting money into an envelope, into an account, it will build up. Notice how much is there right now. Notice the fact that you haven't spent any of it. Hopefully you haven't spent any of it, right? Just notice that, and then we'll talk more about it later on. Okay, wonderful. Now, before we do our closing Never Give Up song and meditation, I just want to emphasize something here very quickly, and that is the homework assignments for this week. There's 3 homework assignments. 1 homework assignment is for you to go through all the diagrams you made and make them better. Write more information in there, write other additional material in there if you want, and really make them elaborate, make some nice colors, put some more lines in there, whatever you want, so that you get a nice picture of each of those diagrams. This is homework assignment number 1. Homework assignment number 2 is to read that quantum transformation principle 3x5 card before each meal. That's number 2. The third thing is to, within the next 24 hours, please go through the 12 dimensions and give yourself a rating as to where you are this week, where you were where you are as of right now. Do that much and put that in Excel. This is pretty quick, easy to do. It won't take that much time. And then write down in your workbook number 2 steps you want to take to increase those numbers. And we're going to give lots more guidance on that as we have been doing systematically. And that's it. So these are the homework assignments to be done this week. If you have any questions, you feel stuck somewhere or any of that, just contact Angel Wing by the email or by the phone number, or you can send me an email at sachinkarnik@yahoo.com and sachinkarnik@yahoo.com, and we can answer any questions you have. All right. We're going to close up today with our never give up meditation, just as an inspiration, and then we'll do a Q&A session after this is done, if you want to stay on. Okay, so that concludes week number 5 presentation. Can you hear me, Chaitanya? It was muted for some reason. Okay, yes. So this is now our time for next half an hour for question and answers, comments, anything regarding where we are now, anything you'd like to. So this is how we'll set it up, So once we're ready to go. So there we are. So Chaitanya, your thoughts?
This is very good. See, this is what keeps it engaged. It's not like, even though it's not interactive like that, but it is interactive, meaning like the diagrams are really helpful, because otherwise you would, kind of drift off.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll try to find creative ways of diagrams is one thing. There's some other ways of going about it also.
This is good. This is perfect. Yeah.
This is perfect.
So I like that, because then yeah.
So
no.
did you get the Excel sheet? Okay.
No,
So
I haven't seen it. Actually, is it attached to that email which has the week 4?
Yes. So yes, yes, I did send that. If you don't see it in your email, send me a text message and I'll send it to you again.
Can you send it again, just in
Yeah.
case?
I will send it to you again. You have to just open it up and put the numbers inside.
How many weeks is it at a time?
The whole thing is it goes for 13 weeks. Remember, our first segment is 13 weeks. Yeah.
Good, because then I can laminate it.
Yeah, that's fine. So the Excel sheet is 13
One
weeks.
second, he wants to talk to you. So
Oh.
this done it.
Sachin, how are you?
Hello, Vinny.
How are you?
Good. Hold on one second. Let me stop the